Hi friends, welcome to my channel. This video is all about Canada Child Benefit. If you are a new immigrant to Canada and you have kids, this video might be helpful for you. Here is a guide to know what is Canada Child Benefit, who is eligible to claim this benefit, how to apply for it, about payment dates, and also we'll see how CRA calculates this amount. Canada Child Benefit is a key initiative by the government to help middle class families in raising their children under 18 years of age. This amount is absolutely non-taxable and it is paid month-on-month basis. The benefit amount is calculated yearly. For the current benefit year, the highest families can get per child under 6 years of age is up to $6,496 and child between 6 to 17 years of age can get up to $5,481. To claim this benefit, you and your spouse both have to file your tax returns every year, even if you don't have income for that year. If you fail to do so, your payment will be stopped and only after you file your taxes, payment will be resumed. Applying for this benefit is very simple and straightforward. You just need to follow these 3 steps. Step 1. Find out if you're eligible to claim this benefit. Step 2. Submit the application form with required proofs to CRA. Step 3. Keep your information up to date to continue receiving this benefit. Any changes in your life, like your marital status, number of kids, your status in Canada, or your income, please keep CRA informed about it. Let's see the eligibility criteria in detail. To be eligible for this benefit, you have to meet all of the following conditions. First one, you must live with child and child must be under 18 years of age. Second, you must be primarily responsible for the child. Third one, you must be a resident of Canada for tax purpose. You may be a permanent resident or maybe a temporary resident. Fourth one of the parent must be a Canadian citizen or a permanent resident or have a refugee status or maybe having a temporary resident status who has lived in Canada for more than 18 months. From 19th month you can claim. Last one, an Indian within the meaning of Indian Act. Here they are referring to a native Canadians or aboriginals, or they are also called as indigenous people. So if you have that status, you can still apply for it. So who should apply for this benefit? Basically, the person who is primarily responsible for the child should apply for this benefit. If parents are staying together, mother is the primary applicant here. Or if you share a custody of your child, then each parent can apply to share the benefit amount. Also, you should still apply if your current income is high, because this amount is calculated based on your previous year income. So for new immigrants, they have to declare their previous year income from their home country. Lastly, you should apply if your child is living with you only for a determined period of time. This is an exceptional case maybe where you will receive amount only for that period of time. So you should apply for CCB as soon as any of the following situations happen. If a child is born in Canada, or a child starts to live with you, or you begin a new shared custody arrangement, or you or your spouse or common law partner meet the eligibility conditions that we discussed earlier. Next, how to apply for this benefit. You can choose one of the following ways depending on whatever applies to you. First one, if a child is born in Canada, use automated benefits application. At the time you register the birth of your newborn with your province, you can consent to have your birth registration information shared with CRA. There will be a section in the birth registration that allows for this. You will need to provide your social insurance number when submitting the application. But once it is sent, CCB application process is complete. You don't need to do anything. But if you don't provide your consent, it means that you will need to apply for CCB separately. For that, you can follow the second and third option. Second option is through CRA website. If you have filed your taxes for previous year in Canada, then you can sign up to CRA's website. Using the My Account services through CRA website, you can choose an option to apply for child benefits. From there, you will need to confirm your marital status, contact information, as well as your status in Canada. You will also enter your child's personal information. Once you have submitted your application, CRA will allow you to return any time to check the status of your application. If either of the above option is not applicable for you, then you can apply through the third option. Fill out the CRA form RC66 and RC66 schedule and send it to CRA through mail. A link to this form can be found in the description box, and the supporting documents needs to be sent along with the forms, like birth certificate in case of child is born in outside Canada, or child was born in Canada and is 1 year of age or older. Here is the RC66 application form. This is a pretty much simple form, and the first part is asking for information about the applicant. Here mother will be the applicant, so start filling your first name, last name, social insurance number, gender, date of birth, your language preference, mailing address, home address, telephone number, and if you have moved from a different province within the last 12 months, you can enter the details here. And next, your marital status, and since when the status, the date also you can mention here, and information about your spouse, where it asks for your first name, last name, gender, date of birth, and social insurance number. And part 3 is about citizenship status. If you or your partner is not a citizen, then you need to submit the RC66 schedule form. Part 4 is your children information. You can enter first name, last name, place of birth, country of birth, gender, and date of birth. If you are applying for more than 2 children, attach a separate sheet of paper with the information asked above for the additional children and sign it. And part 5 will be your change of recipient. If it is applicable, you can enter the agency information below. And part 6, you will be signing the form with the date. Along with this form, you have some general informations where you can see the guidelines in filling this form. If you want, you can refer. Also, you have contact information of CRA, phone number, and the address to which you will be sending this form. If you have any questions, you can also call CRA and check with them. And regarding the address, they have a different address for different provinces, so make sure you're sending it to the right address, so that your information will reach the right team. Next, there is instructions for direct deposit, which I'll be explaining later in this video. Along with the application form, you need to send some supporting documents. Like if your child is born outside Canada, then you need to attach birth certificate of your child, this first one. And if you are applying late, then you need a few more additional documents like proof of your status and proof that you lived in Canada, that like lease agreements, rent receipts, utility bills, bank statements, or proof of birth for a child, and proof that you were primarily responsible for the child. And the last one is if you are a new or returning resident or a new citizen, then attach RC66 schedule form. This is the RC66 schedule form. So here the first part is about the applicant's name and spouse name, and part B is the residency status, and you can enter the date you entered Canada, and there are other informations for returning resident and non-resident, so you can enter the details. Next is part C is about the citizenship status. If you become citizen recently, then you can enter the date. Part D will be your immigration status, where you'll be entering when you became a permanent resident or a protected person. And next will be the TRV details. So if you are a temporary resident, then you can enter the details here. And next part E will be your statement of income, where you will be declaring your past years of income. If you're outside Canada, convert your income into Canadian dollars and enter. If you don't have any income for a particular year, then you can enter 0, and these amount will be used to calculate your Canada Child Benefit amount. So please make sure you enter the proper details. And part F will be your signature and date. So you will be submitting this form along with the main application form and supporting documents to CRA through mail to the address which we discussed earlier. And once the application is received by CRA, it might take 8 to 11 weeks to process your application, and from then onwards you will start receiving your payments. But the payments will be in check, which will be sent to your mailing address. If you want this to be sent directly to your banks, then you need to follow this process of direct deposit. This can be requested in many ways. First one, through the MyCRA account. If you have access to MyCRA website, then you can submit your request online. Next, you can visit your bank and submit the consent form. Rest will be taken care by the bank itself. I personally submitted my request to TD Bank. Next, by calling a CRA customer service number, you need to share your name, date of birth, address, contact information, SIN number and bank information to get this activated. Last option is through mail. You can download the form and fill in the details along with your void check or with the bank details to CRA address along with your application form. I will leave all these links in the description box for your reference. Also, this direct deposit is a very convenient way to keep track of all your payments received by CRA. So make sure you activate this without fail. When is your next CCP payment? Knowing this information will help you tracking the benefit amount. So there is a link in CRA website which tells you these dates. If you see here, we have the dates for every month. So on these dates, you can check your account to see if the amount is credited to your account. This page also gives dates for other benefits like GST, HST credit, Ontario Trillium benefit, working income tax benefit, and so on. I will leave this link in the description box for your reference. The last information I would like to share in this video is how CRA calculates your benefit amount. There is a calculator available in CRA website which helps you knowing what all child and family benefits you are eligible for and how much your payments may be. So here you can start entering your tax year and your personal information. Your residency status, your province, marital status, and your family information. Your spouse's date of birth and child information. name, date of birth and other details. Next, your family income for previous year. If you're a new immigrant, you need to enter income from your home country and your spouse's income and your rent paid, property taxes, home energy cost. The numbers entered here are just samples. Make sure you're entering the right values. And if you're eligible for Canada Workers Benefit, you can give yes and continue with this form. For now, I'm giving no to end this form. So here is your summary of benefits. It shows what all benefits you are eligible for and its amount. So grade 2, isn't it? I hope this information is useful for you. Thank you for watching my video. If you really liked it, don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more informative videos. Also feel free to share your feedback in the comment section. Bye.